1827 AD, 57:21 AM. After 6 years of intense fighting against the Turks, the Greeks won their independence after the combined navies of Britain, Russia and France defeated the Turkish navy in the Battle of Navarino. 1828 AD, 57:22 AM. The 52nd year of the United States Declaration of Independence was the 52nd hundredth year of the ancient American calendrical system preserved by the Olmecs, and 1872 years after the start of the Roman Julian calendar, or 52 times 36 years. In this year, President Andrew Jackson was elected, and after an internal investigation of the 11,000 federal employees of the American government, President Jackson fired 2,000 men and women who all had ties to the Rothschild banking dynasty of Europe. Many of these employees were closet Jews who had early on Americanized their names. The move enraged the Rothschilds and they vowed vengeance. The first passenger railroad train began operations in the United States, the Baltimore and Ohio, starting on July the 4th. Noah Webster published his world-famous Webster's Dictionary. This long-researched work was increasingly necessary because American English had already deviated quite a bit from European English, having absorbed so many French, Spanish, German, Dutch, African and Indian words. The Museum of Leiden in the Netherlands acquired an ancient manuscript written by the sage Ipuwer that described perfectly the plagues of Egypt and total devastation of Egypt and the cities of the Nile. At the time, its relevance to the biblical story of the Exodus was unknown. It would be discussed by professionals in 1902, and then the findings relating it to the Exodus would be released in 1909, one Synagogue of Satan, to A Patriot's History of the United States. 1829 AD, 57:23 AM. The Russian army invaded Turkey. Under the Treaty of Adrianople, Greece was declared a free state from the Turks, but now she was subjected to European dominance. A German king was appointed to rule Greece. The first recorded racial riot occurred in the United States. White Americans, angered over the increasing criminality among the blacks in Cincinnati, led many whites against the local blacks. British millionaire James Smithson died, leaving money behind for the establishment of an institute in the United States that would increase knowledge among men. This is the origin of the Smithsonian Institute, which originally set out to fulfill this dictate, but over the passage of time, special interest groups, corporate pressures, and the needs of industry and government intrusion altered the Smithsonian Institute into one of the most damaging knowledge filters in the world. For many years, the oddest archaeological artifacts, fossils of petrified humans, and even gigantic human bones and relics were all sent to the Smithsonian for further validation and study, but none of these shipments were ever heard from again. 1830 AD, 57:24 AM. Charles Lyell publishes his famous Principles of Geology, postulating that geological formations are created over millions of years. Scientists hold the work as the scientific work of the decade, but the Christian world dismisses it as absurd. One human accomplishment. 1831 AD, 57:25 AM. The North Magnetic Pole was first measured. By 2006 AD, scientists discovered that not only is the magnetic field of the Earth weakening, but it has wandered 500 miles from its 1831 position. Scientists as of 2007 now claim that the magnetic drift has accelerated to 25 miles a year. Though Nibiru or Phoenix are not officially recognised by science, there are many astronomers and astrophysicists who assert that there must be another planet or planets in our solar system to account for the many solar system anomalies. By 1831, Nibiru had already passed aphelion, furthest distance from the Sun, and was already 151 years back toward the inner solar system, the entire journey of Nibiru being 366 years. As of 2012 AD, Nibiru is only 34 years away from passing very close to Earth, which explains the increase in magnetic drift and its sudden spike. Phoenix 2 approaches the inner system, and as of 2012, the intruder world is only 28 years away. 2007 Almanac. 1832 AD, 57:26 AM. As a result of the Black Hawk War in this year, the Sauk and the Fox Indians crossed the Mississippi River in their fight against US expansion. Comet Biela was seen.